Shalom, call Yahawashi and Shalom to the elect. This is a recent video that just popped up. It said, "What is Russia's response to U.S. Space Force?" I'm just let this play, and I'm gonna pull a few scriptures out.
Of the Air Force, it's already got a commander and a logo, and its organizational plan has been delivered to Congress. But how is Russia reacting to these developments, and what steps is Moscow taking to give its military boost in 2020? RT's Yulia Shapovalova has this report.
So America has opened another new front in space. The Star Wars 2.0 era officially began on January 14th, when General John W. Raymond was sworn in as the first chief of space operations for the brand new U.S. Space Force.
It is President Trump's belief that the United States must remain as dominant in space as we are on land and sea and the air.
Various U.S. presidents have wanted to militarize outer space. Donald Trump is only the latest. And now Washington wants to put a new type of weapon into orbit. They're proposing the creation of a group of 20 combat laser platforms within the framework of something called the Space-Based Laser Program, with the cost of that program reported to be some $81 billion.
Now, keep this in mind. They got nukes already down here on the Earth. What other reason would they need lasers for open space? I'm gonna bring that out in this scripture I'm gonna pull out.
The Pentagon is hoping this will allow the U.S. to counter Russia's next generation of hypersonic weapons. Meanwhile, back on planet Earth, NATO continues to build up troops and heavy weaponry along Russia's land borders. And according to Russia's defense minister, the intensity of aerial reconnaissance increased by a third last year, and marine reconnaissance was up by a quarter.
In the Baltic states, American air defense radars have been deployed to detect air targets. They allow them to control our airspace to a depth of 450 kilometers. Every year, the United States and NATO hold in Europe up to 40 major exercises that have a clear anti-Russian focus.
President Vladimir Putin says Russia is not afraid of external threats. In his January State of the Nation address, he confirmed the country's defense systems are assured for decades to come, and said other global leaders are trailing Russia's weapons capabilities. So what kind of weapons allow Russia to feel so safe? Well, the military is set to receive quite a few of them in 2020, to the tune of almost $24 billion. A total of 22 launches of the Yars and Avangard ballistic missile systems will enter the strategic missile forces this year. The Avangard complex is the one with an intercontinental ballistic missile and a hypersonic block that can travel up to 27 times faster than the speed of sound. Aerospace forces have also been...
Let me go to the scripture real quick before I pull this up. That's why this scripture right in the book of Revelation says, in chapter 18, verse 17, it says, "For in 1 hour so great riches has come to naught, and every shipmaster and all the company and ships and sailors, and as many as trade by sea stood afar off." Hey, you see how quick they say this travel? Let me run this back. That's what I say, man. In 1 hour, man. That's all it's gonna take to get this place up out of here.
With an intercontinental ballistic missile and a hypersonic block that can travel up to 27 times faster than the speed of sound.
That's fast, man. So they ain't gonna take that long for this judgment to take place. That's why it says, "For in 1 hour." Because, hey, the trade routes, the main trade is over here, like I mentioned in the recent video. The main money that's made around the world, these different nations, they make their money by doing trades with America, which is also known as Babylon and other various names. But that's how they make their money. That's why it says, all the company and ships and sailors and as many as trade by sea stood afar off, because they're going to see this go down.
Aerospace forces have also been promised new kit. In fact, 106 new and modernized aircraft, like the Generation 4++ Su-35S, MiG-29 and various helicopters. The Army, meanwhile, will receive the 5th generation mass-produced Su-57 fighters, and an improved Tu-160M bomber has already been handed over for flight tests. These aircraft will be equipped with long-range anti-ship missiles. 4 regimental sets of anti-aircraft S-400 Triumph systems developed to destroy fighter jets, cruise and ballistic missiles and drones will be installed too, as a key element in Russia's anti-aircraft defenses. 6 divisional sets of anti-aircraft missile systems known as Panzer S will be used too within the Russian armed forces. The Navy will also see its fleet seriously replenished with 14 ships and combat boats, 3 submarines and many more. For 2020, Russian ground forces are set to receive the latest armored personnel carriers with an uninhabited combat module, like the new T-14 Armata tank, which is a special armored capsule for troops, although most of the features of this top-secret tank have not been disclosed. And not forgetting close combat weaponry as well. The new 9mm Udav gun, or boa constrictor, is resistant to high and low temperatures, has 18 rounds and is able to penetrate armor of 9mm thickness from a distance of 50 meters. But how will Russia respond to this new US Space Force? Well, the country's president has been keen to remind the rest of the world about the importance of existing arms treaties and the dangers of their expiry, and has had this to say about the militarization of the skies.
Deploying weapons in outer space. Do we understand what this means or not? Ask the experts. This means that each of us will constantly have nuclear weapons hanging over our heads.
And the real reason why they're going to have these weapons hanging over our heads, this is why right here. It's in the book of Revelation, chapter 12, and I'm going to start it on verse 7. It says, "And there was a war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels, and prevailed not. Neither was their place found any more in heaven. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceived the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, Now has come salvation and strength and the kingdom of our power and of his Hamashiach. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our power day and night." Because that's what they do. These witches and these warlocks, they know about Yahweh. They know about Yahawashi. So what they go do, they go send up prayers and be like, "Oh, look at what Israel doing now. They over there, they making twerk videos of, they still killing each other out. They still selling drugs to each other. So they go accuse. They set up all this stuff, but they go accuse us of doing the shit though. But hey, they gonna pay for all that. And reading on in verse 11, it says, "And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony, and they loved not their lives unto death. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is coming unto you, having great wrath, because he know if he have but a short time. And you Akim, man, that know about his truth and know about these scriptures and actually be pushing his word out. Be ready for that, man. Hey, because your family members might turn on you, your woman will turn on you, anybody will turn on you, man, just for knowing the actual truth. But this society ain't set up for no truth. This society is set up off fake shit. So if you come contrary to that, they're gonna look at you as an extremist and all type of other titles. I ain't even got a name. But hey, backing up in what the scripture says, it says, "And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony." And ultimately, the main point of this video I want to bring out, and there was a war in heaven. That's why they're putting these weapons up there. Militarization, I might be saying that a little off right now, but of space. Basically making more military equipment up into space, and they launch these so-called satellites. But hey, it don't take no rocket scientists to know what else they putting on those satellites. So I just want to bring that out. 'Cause I seen this online, and I was thinking about the scripture as soon as I seen it. It popped up in my mind. So Lord's willing, this is edifying. Call all Yahawashi and Yahawashi, and shalom to the elect.